The other sector, of course, is real estate, and there you announced a fund for incomplete projects, which you then subsequently expanded from 10,000 crore to 25,000 crore. And I think the first projects are going to...
Absolutely. In fact, we had, even as we announced the last mile connectivity money to be given by an alternative investment mechanism that we brought in, there were more than 150 projects which approached. They've all been vetted for what they are. They've all been vetted for how much they would need. They've all been vetted to ensure that the RERA compliance and everything else is in right place. And by 15th of December, which is actually T plus 40th day, T is the time that I announced, to the 40th day, monies will go into the escrow account towards completing these projects. We start with 5, we start with 10, we go on, and hopefully by February, and this is not just in Delhi and Mumbai, we've got lists from Hyderabad, we've got lists from Bengaluru, Guwahati, Patna, so all over the country, incomplete projects are all coming. So I want to assure the home buyers who've been left in the lurch for a very long time, who've taken EMIs, who've borrowed from the banks, who are also giving their rents. We are fully seized of your problem, and that is where this has come through. You are getting the results for your long pending demands.
One of the things one has noticed about the Indian economy, if you look at the numbers over a significant period of time, is the years when agriculture does well, economic growth is good. Because it forms that foundation on the basis of it does. And then you have growth drivers which sort of propel the economy. Through the 2000s, for instance, the mid-2000s when India grew very fast, a lot of it came from exports. And we are having problems in both areas now, right? I mean, what exactly do you think we can do to drive exports? What do you think we can do to bring agriculture up to scratch?
There's a lot of work going on in encouraging agriculture towards like what it was before, to have greater exports, for farmers to get better prices, and to ensure that the strengths that we had in oil seeds, the strengths that we had in coarse grains are brought back. So it is being done through various different ways. But the most critical is agriculture has suffered, and this is something which is not so glamorous when you talk about agriculture, has suffered for want of adequate infrastructure. It's not just connecting that last village to the market, but it's also trying to get the right kind of storage for the various agricultural products. Some don't need air conditioning, some need air conditioning, but some need dehumidifiers, some others need just pest control. So the various types of storage facilities, depending on where what is required, rather than blindly going and giving silos everywhere, is one approach which the Prime Minister is guiding it himself. And I've been a witness to many such meetings where agriculture and the storage matters have been taken up. The second, of course, is a question of value addition to the agriculture products. Now, when you talk of oil seeds, we need a large quantity of edible oil. But post that, the oil meal cakes have a great market outside. And China, for instance, has been steady in demanding our oil meal cakes. If only we can focus on that and think in terms of those traditional oil seeds that we've been growing, and again for which this government has announced MSP and made sure that we get adequate oil seeds. Now, for them, the processes are not just the, oil extracting units, but also a question of processing and packing to a certain standard and exporting the oil cakes. So there is a very clear, a large canvas in which not just the procurement for the farmer, but reaching to the market, and this whole debate in this country, I wish and I appeal, if the media can look at it from the point of view of every time there's a spike in the price of any commodity, does that help the farmer? Or are we every time debating only because Today, when the prices go up, we are worried about the urban consumer. Yes, we have to be worried about them too. But does that price advantage get to the farmer? And when the prices come down, do we talk about, oh consumer, you're getting it now at a low price, but how do we help the farmer now to get a better price than this low price which you pay? So the debate should be, ideally, the opposite of what it is now. Prices have gone up. Oh my God, the consumer's struggling. Yes, he's struggling. We'll have to help them. But does that price help the farmer? That should be the debate.
Correct.
And the other way around, when it comes down, yes, the consumer benefits. Yes, it should be talked about. It should be good. But then how do we help the farmer without bringing market distortions? So the debates are all now not helping us. Not helping not just the government, any one of us.